In a sweeping new court filing, the special counsel is shedding new light on his 2020 election interference case against Donald Trump, arguing the former president is not immune from prosecution because when he sought to overturn his 2020 loss, he was fundamentally acting as a private candidate and resorted to crimes to try to stay in office. The filing including Trump's conversations with his former Vice President Mike Pence, including one where Pence tried to convince Trump to accept defeat and run in the next election. Smith arguing they were acting in a private capacity as running mates. On January 6th, as rioters stormed the Capitol after Trump's tweet saying Pence, quote, didn't have the courage to overturn the election results, prosecutors say an unidentified aide rushed to the state dining room to inform Trump that Pence had been evacuated in hopes he would take action, quote, to ensure Pence's safety. Trump's response, according to the filing, so what? Prosecutors also point to the former president's repeated praise for January 6 defendants.
Those J6 warriors, they were warriors.
And outline new alleged private conversations, including aboard Marine One, when Smith says a witness overheard Trump tell family members that it doesn't matter if you won or lost the election, you still have to fight like hell. Prosecutors also saying Trump operatives, quote, sought to cause chaos after the election, and detail one example when an unidentified aide present at a Michigan vote count was told there may be unrest, allegedly responded, quote, make them riot. The former president pleaded not guilty to the charges filed last year and denies any wrongdoing. Trump attacking the new filing as political.
This was a weaponization of government, and that's why it was released 30 days before the election.
It all comes as Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance, is facing new scrutiny after his debate with Tim Walz asked whether Trump lost in 2020.
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future.
Now, the Department of Justice has long maintained its independence from political interference in criminal cases, and I think it's fair to note one major reason all this is coming to a head so close to the election is Mr. Trump's own strategy of seeking delay at every step in this legal process. Savannah?
Garrett, thank you. I want to turn to NBC senior legal correspondent Laura Jarret. Let's start with that issue of timing.
Yeah.
Why did the special counsel file this now?
So at first glance, they had to do this because the Supreme Court said you got to figure out what's immune, what's not immune. And the basic distinction that they've defined here is what were things that Trump was doing as an office holder while president, and what was he doing really in his private capacity as an office seeker on the campaign. None of that should be immune. And so the special counsel's office is saying all of the things that he's been charged with now, because there's a superseding indictment, a new indictment, anything that he's been charged with now is completely game on. It's not immune. It shouldn't be shielded. And so we're seeing some new details we hadn't seen in the Jan 6 investigation, we hadn't seen before. Many of the same circumstances, but just like a little bit more fleshing out here.
So this is basically the special counsel trying to salvage its case after this Supreme Court decision, which set off limits a lot of evidence in the case.
Yes.
But again, why now? Because the Trump defense team is saying it's 34 days before an election. There are guidelines from the Department of Justice saying you shouldn't do this kind of thing right before the election.
There's no question this was a choice. Prosecutors know how to move fast when they want to move fast, and they had wanted this to go to trial, but it has no hope of going to trial. And so once you get to the point where you're now in front of
before
the judge, before the election, and if you get to the point where it's now 34 days, you have a choice to make, and you can say, Judge, we want a little bit more time. We want to ask for a scheduling order that would push this out a little bit, but they didn't. And they're saying, well, the judge unsealed it, but they wanted it out there right now. And I think that that's why this Trump team is saying, wait a minute, but there's a 60-day rule. Now, they could say, arguably, it doesn't fall under the rule that says you don't take any major investigative step because he's already been indicted, right? But again, it's
160 pages of a narrative of the case against Donald Trump.
While he's running for re-election.
34 days before election. Yes. By the way, reminiscent of James Comey reopening his investigation into Hillary Clinton in 2016, a couple weeks before the election. Also, the
specter of that ghost, I think, certainly looms over this. And I think that's why they were leaning on the court unsealing it. But no question, this is going to have continued fallout.
Laura, thank you very much.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.